Hildegard's Gift by Megan Hoyt, illustrated by David Hill. Listen, there once was a king sitting on his throne. Around him stood great and wonderfully beautiful columns ornamented with ivory, bearing the banners of the king with great honor. Then it pleased the king to raise a small feather from the ground, and he commanded it to fly. The feather flew, not because of anything in itself, but because the air bore it along. Thus am I, a feather on the breath of God. Saint Hildegard of Bingen. Hildegard was born with a special gift. It did not come in a package wrapped with ribbons on her birthday. It was not sitting under the tree as a lovely Christmas morning surprise. Hildegard's gift showed up on its own when she was 8 years old. It arrived when no one was looking, not even Hildegard. Mother always said she was a special girl. Father took her to the abbey to learn to read and write and sing. Hildegard grew and grew, and so did her gift. Hildegard's gift was this. When she closed her eyes, she saw pictures. She taught people how to draw them. She heard music and taught people how to sing it. She wrote poems, songs, and stories. Hildegard drew shining pictures of happy children, flowers and trees, swirls and curls, clouds and sunshine. She thought about big, important problems that other children never cared much about until they were older, and she tried to solve them. Sometimes Hildegard's gift showed up big and broad, blue and yellow and green and white, loud and strong or quiet and whispering. Her head filled with music and colors and pictures, so many that Hildegard had a hard time remembering them all. Hildegard loved her gift, but it made her tired, and Hildegard got headaches. Sometimes they were tingly and tangly, stabbing and rubbing. Other times they were prickly and stiff, pounding and jabbing. She grew pale and sad. Hildegard worried that her gift might not be such a good thing after all. Then she met a nun named Jutta, who taught her to speak and write in Latin. And she met a monk named Volmar, who wrote down her songs so the world could hear them. Volmar told her that she was chosen by God to shine his love in dark places. There were certain things only men were allowed to do back when Hildegard lived, but she did them anyway. She wrote songs about heaven. She produced plays and held concerts. Volmar said Hildegard's music was not just a gift to her, it was a gift to all of Germany. But Hildegard's headaches grew worse. Her head filled with so many ideas, so many colors, so many words, and so many songs that sometimes she could not get out of bed at all. She could not get out her writing tools and put any of her stories and songs on paper to share with the world. Then, one quiet evening, it all stopped. Hildegard could not move. She could not sing. She could not dance. She could not paint. She could not write. The world was silent, dark, and cold. Hildegard shivered, stared at the ceiling, and cried. Her friends at the abbey were worried. They sent for her family to come and see her, but it did no good. They sent for friends to cheer her up, but nothing helped. Finally, they sent a message to Bernard, a monk from Clairvaux in France. He loved Hildegard's stories. He loved her songs and ideas. Bernard told her that it was okay to rest, but that it was okay to get up and write too. Bernard said, "Remember, this is your gift to the world." Hildegard struggled to raise her head. Her arms shook as she gripped the sides of her sleeping pallet. Her throat was tight and sore. Her neck and head twinged, and the lights behind her eyes were stark and electric. With all the energy she had, Hildegard reached over to her writing tablet, took up her pen, and began writing. The gift was back. This time, Hildegard saw visions of wondrous beauty, colorful designs that circled and swirled behind her eyes. She saw lights and darkness, flames and fury, color and whiteness, people and animals waltzing and prancing, dancing and singing. Hildegard wrote all day and all night long. She wrote about flowers and trees that could heal people of sicknesses. She wrote letters to monks and bishops about their service to God. Hildegard's head was so full of ideas that she spent the rest of her life writing them down and sharing them with the world. As Hildegard grew older, she learned that every child has a gift. Some are athletes and acrobats, others are singers and dancers. One might be an artist, while another paints pictures with words. One explores the universe with a telescope, while another flies to the moon. Not every gift comes wrapped in ribbons, but gifts do come wrapped up sometimes. You may have to go searching for your gift, or it may come and find you, just like Hildegard's did.